Wait, what? Are you telling me Remy Ma is legally married to DJ Envy? The same Remy Ma who's been publicly with Papoose for over 10 years? And DJ Envy? The guy still apologizing for cheating scandals on The Breakfast Club? According to some recently uncovered legal documents and a suspicious 2014 Las Vegas marriage license, Remy has allegedly been married to DJ Envy for nearly a decade, and no one knew. Not the fans, not Papoose, not even Envy's actual wife, not even Charlemagne. And he usually knows everything. But now, it's out in the open. The paperwork doesn't lie. There's a marriage certificate, tax filings, and even a strangely specific prenup that literally bans rap beef. All the receipts are starting to pile up, and suddenly, Remy's image of being loyal and ride or die is starting to look fake. So, was this just a clerical error? A weird mix-up? Or are we looking at a long-term secret that could ruin marriages, careers, and reputations? Because if this is true, Remy hasn't just kept a marriage under wraps, she's been living a double life. And now, the truth is spilling out. Here's the craziest part. How did nobody catch this sooner? While everyone was praising Remy for being loyal to Papoose, for being the face of Black love, for sticking by him through prison time and industry drama, she was allegedly married to DJ Envy the whole time. Yes, DJ Envy. The same guy who cried on air about cheating on his wife, who led marriage seminars with Gia, his very public wife. Turns out, behind the scenes, he was legally married to Remy. Not in a symbolic or secret way, legally. And this isn't a wild fan theory. This came straight from Clark County in Las Vegas. A 2014 marriage certificate under the names Reminisce Mackey and Ray Sean Casey just leaked, and the internet lost its mind. And here's the kicker. The date on the certificate? Just 2 weeks before Remy was officially released from prison. So no, this wasn't a drunken Vegas accident. This was planned. It was quiet. And it was kept under wraps until now. So how did it all come out? A messy hacker group called Thawstone's Revenge leaked a folder called Industry Lies, Volume 1. Inside were tons of sealed documents, shady tax forms, secret NDAs, private contracts. But one file stood out. Remy Envy Marriage 2014, certified. At first, no one believed it. People thought it had to be fake. But then TMZ stepped in. They contacted Clark County's Vital Records Department, who confirmed that the document is real, valid, and legally binding. So, yeah, Remy and Envy have been married for almost 10 years. Now the big question is, what does this mean for everyone involved? Because everything we thought we knew about Remy Ma, DJ Envy, and even Black love itself just got turned upside down. So Papoose was a lie? Let's talk about him for a second. This is a man who built his whole image around being the loyal, patient husband. He rapped about waiting for Remy, stood by her name through everything, helped raise their blended family, and even cried during their vow renewal on Love and Hip Hop. But now it turns out, those vows weren't even valid because Remy was already legally married to someone else. According to an anonymous source, Papoose found out the same time we all did, when the marriage documents leaked online. That same day, he reportedly stormed out of a studio in Queens, smashed his phone against the wall, and hasn't been seen since. A family friend told an online outlet he thought he was her only one. Turns out he was just part of the storyline. And DJ Envy? Radio silent. No Instagram posts, no statements, nothing. Even Charlemagne mentioned it on air, saying, "Envy been real quiet today. Usually he's crying or defending something, but now, silence." That's how you really know it's serious. But hold up, it gets even crazier. This wasn't just a marriage certificate, it came with a prenup. Yes, a real, signed, legally binding prenup dated just 3 days after the alleged wedding. And the terms? Absolutely wild. Here's what it reportedly included. No public acknowledgement of the marriage unless both agree in writing. Any relationships outside the marriage must stay private and never be revealed. Neither of them can do diss. Tracks, interviews, or podcasts mentioning the other. And if cheating happens, they agreed to stay publicly silent. Basically, they planned to keep the entire thing hidden, even if scandals came out. One legal expert told the source it's one of the strangest and tightest celebrity prenups ever seen. It looks like this marriage was designed to never be discovered. But now that it's out, everything's falling apart. Remy's team is apparently in full damage control mode, scrubbing the internet of any mentions of her marriage. Papoose has reportedly started removing old family photos from his bios and social media, and there are even rumors that he's reached out to Google to de-index certain search results. But the internet never forgets. Receipts are everywhere. Reddit is already deep diving, pulling apart old posts, analyzing cryptic lyrics, and revisiting awkward moments on The Breakfast Club, especially the ones where DJ Envy looked super tense anytime Remy Ma's name came up. One fan even resurfaced a 2016 interview clip where Envy stuttered when asked, "Would you ever date a rapper?" Back then it seemed like nothing. Now, it means everything. Even Gia, Envy's public wife, is reportedly furious. She posted, and quickly deleted, an Instagram story showing her wedding ring dropped in a glass of Hennessy with the caption, "Till death do us part, huh?" The comments exploded. Fans are demanding answers, demanding apologies. Some are even accusing Remy Ma of running two families at once, allegedly living a double life. One with Papoose in New York, the other with Envy in Atlanta during Power 105's syndicated radio. Trips. It's like something out of a Netflix series, but this isn't fiction. The marriage was real, the paperwork is real, and the silence from both sides, it's only getting louder. Now insiders say legal trouble may be coming. Multiple entertainment law experts are weighing in, saying this hidden marriage could make Remy's vow renewal with Papoose legally invalid. It could even open her up to bigamy claims and seriously impact any contracts she signed using the name Reminisce Mackie, a name she technically shouldn't have been using if she was already married under another name. And here's the kicker. It might not have even been a mistake. According to a former staff member now doing interviews on shady YouTube podcasts, this entire situation was planned. This whole situation might have been planned from the beginning. What started out looking like a strange legal leak has now blown up into a full-blown celebrity disaster. But according to people close to the situation, this wasn't some random mistake or paperwork mix-up. It was a calculated move, a strategy, a setup. A former assistant who claims she worked with Remy Ma back in the early 2010s is now making waves on shady podcast circuits, spilling what she says is the real reason behind the secret marriage. In her words, Remy didn't trust the industry, and she didn't believe in staying loyal to just one man. So she chose two, one for love and one for security. She claims the marriage to DJ Envy wasn't about romance. It was about financial stability, industry access, career leverage, a backup plan in case her rap comeback didn't go the way she hoped, and allegedly, DJ Envy agreed to the deal. In return, a strict silence clause, some behind-the-scenes business arrangements, and what one blogger called protection from himself. But here's the real bombshell. This ex-assistant says Envy paid Remy Ma hush money every single year. Like a subscription. Reportedly $75,000 annually, wired through a shell company registered in the British Virgin Islands. Now that payment trail hasn't been officially confirmed, but fans didn't wait. They started digging. And what they found? Old photos, event lineups, travel records, multiple instances where Remy and Envy were spotted in the same city on the same weekend. No posts together, no public sightings, but the timing? A little too perfect. Maybe it's coincidence, but with that much smoke, people are starting to believe there's fire. Even Charlemagne, who had been silent at first, finally broke his silence on air. He didn't name names, he didn't confirm anything, but he did say, "Some folks been treating marriage like Monopoly, but eventually you land on the wrong square and the whole board flips." That didn't sound like a joke. That sounded like a warning. The fallout continues. Remy Ma's team is now neck-deep in a legal nightmare that could tear apart her entire brand. Music royalties, endorsement deals, even her past reality TV earnings. Why? Because according to top entertainment lawyers, if any of her contracts were signed under Reminisce Mackie while she was legally Reminisce Casey, those deals could be voided, or worse, challenged in court. And it's already happening. A major fashion brand quietly pulled out of a capsule line she was about to launch. A highly anticipated reunion appearance on a popular reality show? Canceled. A scheduled interview with a major talk show host? Postponed indefinitely. publicly, Remy's gone completely silent. No statement, no denial, not even a cryptic tweet. And that silence? Fans are starting to take it as guilt. Meanwhile, DJ Envy is out here acting like nothing's happening. Still hitting the studio, still posting car content, still uploading motivational captions like, "Focus on your bag, not your drama." But let's be real, his bag is burning. Gia, his public wife, has gone completely dark on social media. Their joint podcast has stopped uploading, and sources close to the family say she's seriously reevaluating everything. Translation? She's done. And if this turns legal, Remy Ma could face serious charges: bigamy, contract fraud, and even tax evasion, especially if the hush money payments from DJ Envy were wired through shell companies, as alleged. A Reddit thread with over 30,000 upvotes claims to have tracked 6 years' worth of payments labeled consulting fees from Envy's companies, straight to RM. Is it Remy? No one knows for sure. But the timeline fits. Fans are spiraling. The same people who once praised Remy for her loyalty, her bars, her grind, now they're turning. One fan tweeted, "I grew up thinking Remy Ma was the definition of solid. Turns out she was playing the whole culture. And the memes? Brutal." One shows Remy, Envy, and Papoose on a fake Threes company poster. Another has a family tree, with both Papoose and Envy labeled husbands, and Charlemagne tagged, "the only one who knew." But just when the internet thought it couldn't get any worse, it did, because a second marriage certificate just surfaced. Dated 2020, different state, same names. If that document is real, and insiders say it is, Remy and Envy renewed their vows during the pandemic. No guests, no photos, just a pastor, an updated prenup, and one very suspicious notary. That means not only did they stay married, they doubled down, in secret. So where does that leave us? Remy Ma is now facing questions that go way beyond music. DJ Envy is living in silent panic. Papoose? Nowhere to be seen. And fans are starting to wonder, who else is living a double life? Because if this secret stayed buried for a decade, what else is hidden? Who's faking it for the cameras? Who's legally tied to someone they pretend not to know? This doesn't feel like the end. It feels like the beginning of something much bigger. And the industry? It's shaking, because paperwork doesn't lie. But people? They'll lie for decades. And now, it's all coming out. One secret at a time. One marriage at a time. One scandal at a time. And Remy Ma might have just lost everything. So now the question is, what's real anymore? Was Remy really building a legacy? Or just layering lies on top of contracts, careers, and marriages? Did DJ Envy knowingly play along in this double life? Or was he manipulated by something deeper than we'll ever understand? And what about Papoose? Did he really not know for a whole decade? Or has he been silently watching it all fall apart, waiting to walk away clean? Because let's be honest, every red carpet, every interview, every Black Love quote now feels like theater, a carefully staged performance, while the truth sat in a courthouse file cabinet in Las Vegas. So, is this the end of Remy Ma's legacy? Will she finally break her silence? Will DJ Envy come clean? Or will Charlemagne be the one to air it all out? And what if more names start popping up? What if Remy Ma wasn't the only one living two lives? We want to hear from you. Was this strategic or straight up sinister? Should Remy be forgiven? Or is this betrayal too deep? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because if this was just the first scandal to leak, just imagine what's coming next. This isn't gossip, this is documented deception. And trust us, we'll be here when the next name drops.